Good morning again. I'm back for part 2 of what I was sharing yesterday about the sign of Jonah or Jonas that Jesus talks about in chapter 12 of Matthew. And I'm going to read it again, and I'm just going to share some new thoughts I've had about this and what it could mean. So it says, "Then certain of the scribes and Pharisees were answered, saying, Master, would we see a sign from thee when all this is going to begin to happen? And he said, But he answered and said unto them, An evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall be no sign given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. For as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth." So when I read, yesterday I was talking about the sign and how it's connected to possibly what's been going on in America with these eclipses. I thought either the eclipse is the sign or there could be something else. And here it's talking about 3 days in the whale's belly. It signifies that. And in my mind, as I pondered that, it made me think back to the 3 days of darkness that happened before Jesus appeared to the people here on this continent after his crucifixion and resurrection in Jerusalem. He visited the people here in America. And before that happened, the people experienced destruction. They experienced great difficulties on the land and change in the landscape. And so I was going to read in the Book of Mormon where it talks about this. So I'm going to start in 3 Nephi chapter 8, verse 19. It says, "And it came to pass when the thunderings and lightnings and the storms and the tempests and the quaking of the earth did cease, for behold, they did last for the space of 3 hours. And it was said by some that the time was greater. Nevertheless, all these great and terrible things were done in about the space of 3 hours. And then behold, there was darkness upon the face of the land. And it came to pass that there was thick darkness upon all the face of the land, insomuch that the inhabitants thereof, who had not fallen, could feel the vapor of darkness. And there could be no light because of the darkness, neither candles, neither torches, neither could there be fire kindled with their fine and exceedingly dry wood, so that there could not be any light at all. And there was not any light seen, neither fire nor glimmer, neither the sun nor the moon nor the stars, for so great were the midst of darkness, which were upon the face of the land. And it came to pass that it did last for the space of 3 days, that there was no light seen, and there was great howling and weeping among all the people continually. Yea, great were the groanings of the people, because of the darkness and the great destruction which had come upon them. And in one place they were heard cry, saying, Oh, that we had repented before this great and terrible day, and then would our brethren have been spared. They would not have been burned in that great city Zarahemla. And in another place they were heard to cry and mourn, saying, Oh, that we had repented before this great and terrible day, that had not killed and stoned the prophets, and cast them out. Then would our mothers and our fair daughters and our children have been spared, and had not been buried in the great city Moronihah? And thus were the howlings of the people great and terrible." So here, the people we're saying if we'd only repented, maybe our families and lives would be spared. Um, could it be that, um, you know, as those people were in darkness, they repented? I think just like Jonah felt that uh, feeling of needing to repent, to get out of that dark place. I just wanted to bring that to light today. And I don't know if there's an event coming that will cause 3 days of darkness here in our day, but I couldn't help but connect that to what I read in those scriptures in Matthew chapter 12. And just wanted to share that today. I'm going to try and share things that I feel, things that have caused me to ponder and to wonder, and connect them to things that maybe are coming in our future. I'm not sure. But that's all I wanted to share today.